Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tour de Force podcast. We're giving you an update on March 15th. We just had the contest ran through the Rebel Stakes in Oak Lawn, El Ombre. How's it going, man?
Good. That was round 13 of 25, so we're now officially beyond the halfway point, or just about the halfway point, however you want to look at it.
Lucky number 13. Yeah. So what happened this past week? We saw three horses going head to head, mainly. Three horses were talked about. You had Concert Tour, Keep Me in Mind, Caddo River, and only one of them really made it to the money. That was Concert Tour. He pretty much blew away the rest of them. Hoosier came in second with Big Lake showing. That's exactly what happened. Who are we joined by today? There's a third person in the panel here.
Well, we've been talking about it all year, is having guests from participants in the contest, and right now probably the most significant member outside of maybe Matt Hensing is Vinny Blond, who's got 2 entries in there, and both of his entries have been in the top 5 most of the year. Real Dynasty Picks, the guy's been a force in this tournament. The first rendition of the tournament.
He's been top spot.
He's been in the top 5 consistently with at least one and now both in recent weeks. So, Vinny, welcome aboard, dude. Let's get down. We're gonna shake it out. See what the top 10 is what we've been covering, and then maybe get a little feel for Vinny's strategy in the tournament.
All right, let's roll through it. Let's see our top 10. I intro that up. I guess I could talk about. So one person who missed the top 10 this week is the person who had. Should I spoil this with the number 12? Do you even know what I'm spoiling? Okay,
go ahead. Spoil it.
Centigrade. You didn't make the top 10, but you had the biggest play this week at 303 and 90 cents.
Just outside.
Just outside.
In fact, we've been doing 11 through 15 as a preface to the top 10. 11 through 15 this week is Authentic 146. Just missed at 11th. 12th, Centigrade. 13th is Announcer Pete Aiello. 14th, we have Red Knave. 15th, we have KK Knoll 5. It's been a competitive. We had a ton of air balls this week. A lot of people just completely airballed.
We did.
Jammed all in on something and missed.
Yeah,
which was easy to do if you put it on a try or exacta, because I think the second, third horses were a bit of a surprise this week.
Or if you jammed all in on Caddo River and ignored Concert Tour. Yeah. So let's go back to number 10. Number 10, Nick RDP, $1,135. Had an airball this week, but still in the top 10.
And that's at what? What's his total here? 1,124.80 is what I have here for Nick. So
I have 1,135. Oh, you're reading Authentic.
No, you're right. 1135. Correct me.
1135.
I'm old and I can't see all that well these days.
Just makes for good TV. By the way, should we be subscribing here somewhere?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay, you guys made it this far. Now hit the subscribe button so you can watch all of our great videos.
It only took two and a half minutes in each video to get there, but we did it. Thank you.
That's right. We're rewarding the people who have listened for this long. Number 9, Crime Pays 503. I'm guessing that's an area code. Could be wrong. 1,144. Had a pretty decent week. Didn't make back the 100, but made 72.
$2 exacta. He had a $2 exacta in there, which I think a lot of us tried to split. We try to outsmart ourselves and play splits and do $25 here, $25 there, or 50 here and there.
Yep.
And a lot of times, if it's chalky, you win something, but you don't even win your bet back. A lot of times, that's what happened here. But it's better than an air ball.
Yeah. He had Concert Tour and Hosier. All right.
Sure. The Frenchman. Hosier, the Frenchman.
Hosier. So number 8. Number 8 last week. Number 8 this week. Dustin Dillon. 1,217. Made about half his money back at 54.
$20 win bet.
$20 win bet.
It was probably one of those deals, like I said, where divided the strategy up, had $20 left, and just put it on Concert Tour to win. That's what it looked like to me, which was I think a few people did that.
The winning bet is Concert Tour to win. Yeah.
And by the way, I guess we should mention Crime Pays 503. Welcome back to the top 10.
Coming out.
He was out for a couple weeks. He's back in. So who we got at 7? We have significant Nicky Sam. You're gonna have to read that for me. I don't know.
1,295. Significant Nicky Sam, 7th last week, 7th this week. 25 was her uppage.
Well,
so she got a quarter of her purse
she
back.
didn't play, but I happen to know that she was at the race in person.
She was in the winner's circle.
Yes.
She's in the winner's circle photo for concert tour.
So she must have had better things to do than worry about the Tour de Force pick this week, which
Shocker.
Yeah.
Again, at $25
I'm honestly shocked by
return.
that. There's no better place to be. And don't forget to subscribe somewhere. All right.
Yeah, let's talk about where the really important people are.
Yes, by all means. Number 6 last week.
People.
Peggy Punch. Peggy Punch. Cue up Peggy walking through the office. Sterling Cooper, Draper, and Price. $1,373. She got 81 back of the 100 spent. How did she do that?
That was a $27. And again, we can probably guess that was what was left out of the initial bets. $27 show bet on the 2-horse.
Of course it was.
Oh,
So-
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was probably an afterthought bet. 27
That was a trust the profits bet right there.
returned.
That was our
returned-
show horse. So made sense.
That makes sense. $81.
Makes sense to me.
81 piece on the way back, so not too bad. She stayed in 6th again. Not a lot of movement in the top 10 this week.
No.
Who's in fifth though? Because we want to get to the classy, really good-looking people at this point.
Right. We're getting to the really good-looking people. Number five last week, $1,612 is EI Hombrero 1. Oh, sorry, El Ombre 1. And it looks like wow. Is that right? 270? You did not. You won 270 this week?
Easy one. All I do is I take the formula picks for Trust the Profits and do a $100 jam job on the winner, which is smarter than the formula himself can do. So
That's smarter than the guy whose name is the formula and is currently sitting at 16th, drop down one spot. So yeah, I'll
270
own that.
return, 270 return of the $100 win bet, which I was surprised. I've never been absolutely blown away by Caddo River, but I really thought that Concert Tour would go off as the favorite there, and he didn't. So I'll take the 270.
I was waiting for that too.
Me too.
Very shocked. All right. Number
Fourth
4.
place, another equally handsome individual.
Let's talk to our guest here, who is number 4, Vinnie Blonde, RDP1, 1,766. Got a $100.20 return on his $100 spend, which
Massive
is better than
ROI.
most.
Yeah.
Can you calculate
amazing.
that ROI percentage real
Oh,
quick?
that was. Well, I think I had.
0.02.
I had the $3 exacta or something like that. Yeah, that was.
yeah.
I wish I played them. I wish I played it for more. That sucked. That sucked.
The thought was there, but the commitment wasn't.
Yep.
Yep.
Thought was there. Well, I was like you. I thought Concert Tour would take all the money because of Baffert, and I didn't really right. So at that point, I was like, well, I don't want to do a win bet on him.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to put too much into the exacta because I didn't love Caddo River, but I thought there was a good chance they ran one too.
Yeah.
So it was like I didn't want to play a chalk exacta. So it was like I was just trying. I got too cute and that sucked.
Yeah, you had to commit to. It was hard to commit. It would have been easy to do a $50 exacta box with the top 2, but it just wouldn't. It didn't look sexy enough on paper, especially with Matt Hensing taking what he did last week. Now you got to try to actually make a big stab. It didn't
Right,
make sense.
it wasn't. There's
It didn't make sense.
I going forward. I mean, he's got a very good lead. So I mean, unless somebody plays like one of those like a straight super, I mean, I think he's probably going to be in front until probably at least the Derby. I think he's going to be number 1 because it's just going to be hard to catch. It's going to be hard to catch him unless he airballs and you can consistently find value.
Yeah.
But
Well, Matt is famous for airballs. Let's be honest. He had another airball this week. Spoiler alert, but dude,
Yeah.
I mean, you can get. He's like Dennis Rodman. He's gonna get a 20% free throw percentage, but he's gonna grab you 30 boards. So, look, I mean, do what you want with that. So and that thing that, and by the way, it wasn't 30 boards; it was 300 boards last week. If you want to look at it that way. So
And each one was worth 10 points.
yeah.
So number 3, Dan Augustino, 1,960. He had an air ball, but he had a pretty strong purse as it was, so he didn't move.
And again, yeah, not a lot of movement here. I think everybody's starting to kind of cement their place here.
Right.
And it's time to either go big or go home. I think I'm still personally with both entries sticking close to the vest of my strategy. And like Vinny said, until the Kentucky Derby, I think we have about 9 more rounds probably until then.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of time to just stay the course, and hopefully we can make up some ground on the leaders and make a big stand at the Kentucky Derby, because we all know a trifecta, superfecta at the Derby is going to be a wild payout.
Yeah.
Because there's 20, somewhere between 15 and 20 horses every year. It's going to be a wild payout. All you got to do is just hit that one. So it's not over. It's just, know your role at this point.
Yep. All right, we're moving up to
second. Yep.
Number 2. We've got Vinny Blonde, RDP 2, Mr. Consistency himself, $2,100.60. On his $100 bet, $67.50 came back.
Yeah, saver bet on Concert Tour.
Yeah.
If I knew he was going to be that price, I would have put 50 on him. But yeah. I mean, I did like Hoosier a bit, and like to try to make like Hosier. I liked him. I liked him a bit, and it was like, well, I could try to catch Matt if I just put everything on him. Yep. But I'm like, I don't think he's actually going to win. And looking back, I probably should have played him like place and show for $50 each. Yeah, because that would have paid nice. But
yeah, I was chasing exactas and trifectas, trying to throw Big Lake in there, hoping that with big enough odds, if he squeezed his way in there and I had the right placement, that I might be able to chip away at the lead and get myself back.
I think that's gonna be a key going forward. I mean, because the
game changed.
You got 3 preps basically left that are going to be very chalky. You have Life is Good go off at 1-5. You're going to have Essential Qualities probably going to be below even money in the Bluegrass. And Concert Tour, probably if he goes back to Arkansas, even though Baffert didn't commit to it, if he does, he's going to be sub even money.
Yeah.
So you're really going to have to look for the value underneath those horses to try to make any significant moves here.
Right.
Agreed. And without further ado, we all know who's leading it. The guy who changed the world last week.
Yeah. The man who we all wish we were, Matt Hensing, $4,607.00. Complete airball this week, but does it matter? No, not at all.
Can I just make a statement?
Please.
He's 9 out of 13 airballs.
Yes. Nice.
For the kids scoring at home. Yeah. And I know there's a bunch of them. I mean, there's thousands of kids across the country keeping stats, sitting there with notepads right now, writing down every detail.
What is Hensing doing this week? Yes.
Hensing is 4 of 13 as far as getting above 0.
It's all about ROI, man.
And one of those was $4. So the one big score, dude. And I'm not knocking you, Matt, by the way. Yeah, it is all about ROI. And if it takes one big win to get you there, we are all – look at this whole discussion the last 10 minutes has been discussing how Matt Hensing has changed this tournament and the strategy. So
that's correct. That's correct.
I think it's kind of cool.
It is. Yeah.
It's gonna be tough to catch him just with the preps that are left. I mean, I think the Jeff Ruby, you might find value.
That one's gonna get wild. I think
you could find value in the Jeff Ruby. Yeah. If prevalence ends up going to the wood, there goes all the value out of the wood. I mean,
I think he's going to Bluegrass though.
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to
sign up for like 3 different races.
Yeah, well,
right?
he's also Godolphin, so I would find it hard to believe that Godolphin would run him against Essential Quality to get Derby.
He might pull back.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, he could potentially go to the wood, and I mean, you have Greatest Honor in the Florida Derby, who it doesn't look like much is going to line up to face him. I mean, you have potential 5 preps. The 5 of the preps that are left are going to be run with sub even money favorites.
Right.
And it's like that would, it would suck because like for value, especially for something like this, because then you're really bomb hunting, and like you can find you can get lucky.
It would suck. It would suck unless that heavy favorite loses, and then
and then you just have to find the right. You got to find the right horse in those spots. But I think there's only going to be one or two preps left that are going to be
no more Gotham. Yeah,
right. That are going to be like that.
I don't think we'll see another Gotham. Maybe the Ruby.
Right. I mean, the Jeff Ruby, your favorite's probably going to be 7-2. So even if the favorite wins, you're going to get a ton of value. But I don't think any of the other preps that are left you're going to get great odds on the chalk if you like the chalk.
So then it comes down to if that is the favorite and it does win, then everybody else is going to rise to the top with you. So, yeah.
Right. I mean, at this point you're playing. I mean, I feel like at that point I feel like this is more of you're playing to improve your own score instead of playing against everybody else. And if you're like doing good enough to be in the top right now, you just need to consistently keep hitting.
Yeah.
But like I know Nick almost took a swing with Weyburn in the Gotham. He had 100. He had 100 to show on him, and he originally was going to do 100 to win on him. And if he did 100 to win on him, he'd be
there with Matt.
Yeah, and he was so mad at himself after that he only did 100 to show.
Yeah,
and he almost did the same thing with Helium. He almost put 100 on Helium.
Yeah,
and I think he put 50 on Helium. I think that's why he's in the top. I think that's why he's 10th now or something like that.
Yeah, Helium was the horse we both liked.
He didn't play. He played Helium. He keyed Helium on top of like a $10 or a $5 trifecta.
Oh, okay.
And he didn't get the second spot. He got the third spot right, but he didn't get the second spot right.
That'll do it.
And like if he had just glory. Yeah, like I mean, he's somebody like he finds bombs. So like even though I'm sitting in second and fourth, I'm still taking swings because I know who's behind me.
Right.
Yep.
And
Ichiro.
Well, it was. I said
there's a few back there doing that too. They just haven't connected yet.
Right, and it takes one in the Derby. Like for some, like even if the Derby, like one of the say Life is Good wins.
Yeah.
But like you play in like your bomb comes in second.
Right.
And blows up that superfecta. If somebody hits that, like they're gonna win because the thing's gonna pay like $15,000.
Yep.
So it's like it's definitely tough because I think I had the same approach as you, El Ombre, with the way that I was playing. I was taking swings with the one entry and then playing conservative with the other. But now I find myself trying to play like a little bit of both with each of them because both of them are in the top 10. So it's like, it sucks trying to come up with something different for each one every week.
Yeah. To go after a win right now is going to take a big hit now. So
yeah. And we got ahead of us the Louisiana Derby. So we got one more swing this weekend before we get into multiple swing weekends.
Yeah. There's only one race this weekend that is
only one
on the tour. That's round 14. And then after this, there's a couple big weekends in a row. So it's going to be it'd be a crazy next 4 weeks. I think we'll start seeing who's cream of the crop in the tournament. It's been fun though. Been fun.
It has. Vinny Blonde, thank you for joining us today on the Tour de Force podcast, videocast, YouTube channel, whatever you call this thing. Thank you for joining us today.
There's my subscribe button.
There's your plug. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Anytime.
Yeah. El Hombre, have a good one.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Good luck.